Sometimes life puts you in the right place at the right time. That's what happened one ordinary afternoon. While standing by a window, someone noticed a dog slip quietly through the fence next door. No one had lived in that house for a while, so seeing a dog there was worrying. His fur was patchy and he looked thin and frightened. The fear in his eyes said everything. It was clear he didn't have anyone. Because of the laws, stepping onto that property wasn't an option. Trespassing could cause more harm than good. Local rescues were called, but they explained that without a warrant, they couldn't go inside either. It was heartbreaking knowing the dog was alone, and nothing could be done directly. But ignoring him wasn't possible. Food and water were left by the gate every day. Slowly, the dog began to eat. Slowly, trust began to build. Then one afternoon, a woman was finally seen on the property. Hope came rushing in. She was asked gently, "Can I rescue him myself? Do I have permission to come onto your property?" She smiled and said, "Yes." From that moment on, everything changed. The next step was patience, sitting quietly nearby, letting the dog get used to a calm voice and a kind presence. At first, he kept his distance, ready to run at the smallest move. But day after day, his walls began to fall. On the ninth day, something small but unforgettable happened. His tail wagged for the first time. That tiny movement meant the world. It was the first sign of hope, proof that he was starting to believe he might be safe. By day 13, another miracle. As his rescuer walked back toward the house, the dog followed. Tears filled their eyes. Trust had been built. The dog was no longer running away. He was choosing to come closer. He was brought into the garage, where food, blankets, and toys were waiting. Sitting on the floor, he was told softly, "This is yours now. You're safe here." That day, he got his name, Chance, because that's exactly what he was being given, a second chance at life. Chance quickly showed who he really was. Under the fear was a dog full of love and energy. He smiled more. He licked faces as if saying thank you. He was learning to be happy again. The garage door was always kept cracked open so he wouldn't feel trapped. But Chance never left. Instead, he curled up in his new space, a full-blooded German shepherd who had finally found comfort. Not long after, another surprise came. A sweet dog named Nova started hanging around. After checking with neighbors, it turned out she was also a stray. Nova and Chance connected instantly. She taught him how to play, how to relax, how to enjoy life again. Where he had once been nervous and unsure, with Nova he was playful and free. It became clear very quickly they couldn't be separated. They weren't just two dogs anymore. They were family. To pull them apart would have been unthinkable. And so Nova stayed too. Looking back, it feels like fate brought them both at the right time. Chance and Nova filled their new home with love, laughter, and joy. They were no longer strays or forgotten. They had a family and a future. Rescuing them wasn't always easy. It took patience, trust, and time. But the rewards were greater than anyone could imagine. The love that Chance and Nova give back is proof that rescue works both ways. In saving them, a life was changed too. Chance and Nova now live safely together, surrounded by care. They are happy, loved, and home at last. If this story touched you, give it a like, share it, or tell your own rescue story in the comments. Even sharing helps more animals find love.